At noon, we told you about how a group called KC Tenants were fighting to stop eviction hearings at the Jackson County Courthouse. You can see here, they chained themselves to one of the entrances to try to make their point. KCTV5's Greg Payne joins us live now from the courthouse with more on a busy day in that area. Greg?
Carolyn, it has been a very eventful day. Now, just a couple of hours ago, the group was right back here again in front of the Jackson County Courthouse just to make sure that the afternoon eviction hearings were also stopped. Now, the group says the combined effort between this morning and also the afternoon resulted in a complete shutdown of those eviction hearings. This morning, members of KC Tenants filled the stairs of the Jackson County Courthouse. A message the group wanted many to hear and see as members chained themselves to the side entrance of the courthouse. One of those chained, Azaria Liron.
This building has not been dispensing justice. This building has been dispensing violence, and we have a moral obligation to shut that down.
In doing this, the group says they achieved their goal of canceling in-person and conference call eviction hearings for the day.
We just shut down every single docket!
That's like victory. That's like, winning a championship game. That's like Chiefs winning the Super Bowl again.
The group has been fighting for eviction protection during the pandemic for months. Just last month, the ACLU filed a lawsuit on behalf of KC Tenants. It claimed an administrative order from local judge David Byrne went against the CDC's federal eviction moratorium that was put in place on September 4th and lasts until the end of the year. Despite the lawsuit, KC Tenants says the court continues to evict people, which they say is unfair, and the reason they took another stand.
It feels good. It would feel better if we actually did end evictions permanently, but to show up and shut it down for the day means something. That's another week of people being in their homes. That's another week of knowing that you're not out in the streets in the middle of a pandemic.
But while the group continues to make their voices heard, others feel the movement isn't doing much.
The extra tactics that are meant for media attention, that helps nothing. And delaying the evictions is delaying the inevitable. What we should be doing is focusing on preventing the evictions. And the way to do that is to help people pay their rent.
Instead, Stacey Johnson Cosby, who is also a landlord, says the focus needs to be on getting rental assistance.
The government needs to make those people whole. Instead, what's happened is that the burden has been put on the back of housing providers to not only take care of our houses and our homes, but now we have to take care of our fellow citizens by housing them and paying their rent and their costs.
Now, Stacey had mentioned there is also help that's designated on the city level. She said you can cross right over across the street to City Hall and you can talk to the tenant advocates and they would be able to provide you with some support during this time if you're having a rough time as a renter. Reporting live here in Kansas City, I'm Greg Payne for KCTV5 News.
Greg, thank you for that update. And Jackson County Circuit Court just sent us this statement. It explains the court as the judicial branch of government does not create laws, but it, quote, has been and will continue to enforce and follow existing laws, including longstanding landlord-tenant laws, rules, and procedures, end quote.